Hello everybody and welcome to our fourth beatbox tutorial here on Shark Beatbox. Today we're going to learn the hi-hat sound. Awesome. So far we have the throat bass, the clap snare, and the bass drum. Now we're going to learn the hi-hat. So we want you to be able to have the basic drum kit. So we want to do a and a or a we have a as well, but we're learning the hi-hat today. So, like the bass drum and like most all sounds in beatbox, you can make this with air from your lungs or with just the air in your cheeks. So you can hum and sing while you do it, like that. Instead of chooses air from my lungs. So today we're going to learn the air from the lungs method. And once you honestly learn these methods, it's a little bit easier to actually learn the methods for singing while you're doing these sounds. So these are the fundamentals. Doing these noises will help you in your journey along beatboxing. Now, luckily, the only muscle rather that you need to focus on for this sound is your tongue. And typically, I would say if you speak a normal amount, you should have a good amount of muscle already in your tongue to get this sound pretty good. So this is one of the easier sounds in my opinion. So there's just a couple of steps for this sound. The first step is to say the word T, T-E-A, or T-E-E if you like to golf. So say T, 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 and try and focus on the second step would be the focus on the first part of this sound, this word T. To try hyper focus it and make it more percussive. T, 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 T. Say it repeatedly. Try and get that same, try and match what I'm doing. Match my sound. T, 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 T. Once you feel like you have that percussive part of the initial part of this word, then you're good to move on to this next third step. So what you want to do is you want to remove the last part of it. Obviously, we don't want to be beatboxing and go T, 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 right? We want to have just the T. So obviously we're trying to remove that last part, which can kind of be a hard thing for a lot of people, is to remove that last part of the the word and get the percussive note that we want. But that's what we're going to try and do here. So to try and remove it, try and space out the T and the EA part, or the EE part if you like to golf. So T, 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 T. You might have like a in the middle of it. T, T, T. So now you want to just stretch it out as much as we can. T, T. And now we don't even really need to worry about the last part. If you can just already go t, 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 you got this sound, then you're done. But if you're really struggling trying to get rid of that last part, trying to elongate it and take it off further and further away from each other. So that's the third step, trying to elongate the distance between those two, the percussive T and the EE or EA. So once you have this down, go ahead and keep trying to just get rid of it, and then just try and drop it. So just go t, t, t. You can have that H sound if that helps you. Try and get rid of the EA, but just t, t, get rid of that last part. Try and chop it off. So that would be step 4, just chop off the end. T, 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 t. Now step 5 would be to get rid of the, you just want the t, 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 t. So you're on step 5 now, just t. There's a little bit of air afterwards, but not like a long gasping breath afterwards. It's just t, 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 t. Now, in order to get this sound really sounding percussive and into things that we want, step 6 is going to be we're gonna try and make a face. So you kind of like ew, like raise up your upper lip and with your nostrils. There's many ways you can make this sound variation, but the typical way is to have this be raised by your nose and this to be pretty much normal. So like, if you notice I have, when I don't have any of that difference in my mouth, it's just And with this sound, you can play around. If you want to have a more of a house sounding beat, like you can elongate the lips. You can raise just one lip. You can just go. You can smile if you want to make it more light sounding. There's many different ways you can work on this, and I recommend to getting that T sound really punchy and really percussive like you really want. Go ahead and watch the exercise videos that we're going to post about the hi-hat to get that sound really fast and really powerful for you as a beatboxer. So recapping on the steps. First step right away is to say the word T, T-E-A or T-E-E, T, 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 T. Now we want to try and, for the second part, we want to try and make it more percussive, the beginning, T, 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 T. Third step, we want to try and elongate it and take it away from the T and the EA. We want to separate those a little bit. So T, 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 T. Fourth step, we want to try and chop that off, that EA, that EE. T, 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 T. Fifth step, we want to go to the H. T, 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 T. Sixth step, we want to kind of change the way we make our mouth to make the sound different. If we want it nice and light, smile with it. If you want to make it like a darker sound, make like an ooh shape with your mouth. You just want like a ooh sound. I'd say that's more of like a pop hi-hat in my mind. So those are the different variations you can do with a hi-hat. And that's the basics of getting the sound down. And like I said, if you really want to get this down, watch the exercise videos later on in Shark Beatbox about how to get this sound really down and really both quick and powerful like you want it to be. And that comes through repetition. So thank you all so much for watching this video about the hi-hat. I hope that this helped you. If you are still a little confused, you're like, whoa, that didn't make sense at all, it didn't really help me make the sound you're making, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. And I'll try and either reach out to you personally to give you more tips or just create an entirely new video to try and explain it in a different way to help those who are still lost. Also, if you are new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe, and also drop a comment down below letting me know that you did subscribe, and I'll try and reach out to you personally as well to show my support, show my love. Thank you all again for watching this video about the hi-hat, and just follow these steps, and it's honestly in my mind a pretty easy sound to make. Thank you all.